Hello, hello. Welcome to the Yellow Studio Live. It is even sunnier today. It goes fast, doesn't it? Welcome back. I am Blume Bauer, the founder of the Yellow Studio. I help artists grow their businesses with AI and print on demand. If you're here, say hello in the chat. I'm so excited for tonight. We're going to do something that is normally kind of painful, but it's going to feel good because we're going to use a platform that makes more sense, I think, to artists. Makes more sense visually and beautifully. We're going to talk about Metricool. Metricool is an analytics platform. It also is a social media scheduler. Um, it's fantastic. I love it so much. I have used it for a very long time now. I really appreciate the fact that you can see everything at a glance in one place. And let's take you over. I want to take you first to their pricing page. Let me open that up real quick. Their different plans. When I started out, oh yeah, their plans have changed quite a bit. Okay, so let me show you that. Hello, welcome. Let's go take a look at Metricool. Metricool plans. Hi, Jill. She says, thank you. She says, I look great. Love the hair down and strawberries. Yes. It's getting so long now. I can't decide if I'm going to hack it off again so that I'll stop wearing it in a ponytail every day. Once it gets long, I just want to wear it in a ponytail every day or a little crazy side bun. That's my new favorite thing. Okay, so we're on Metricool, and this is their pricing. So it's gotten a little more expensive than it used to be. It used to be they do have a free plan. It says 15-day trial. So they only have the 15-day trial now. And they have their starter plan used to be $10 a month, and then the next plan up and the next plan up. So they have gone up a little bit, but they have some really cool features. So if you have multiple businesses, this is really cool for that. Even with your one business, it's really great to have all your analytics in one place for your website, for your social media, for your ads that you're running. It's really, really nice. And I'll show you some cool features that it has that a lot of other analytics platforms aren't going to have. So the starter plan, and that's if you pay annually, starts at $25 a month, and you can manage up to 10 brands, unlimited content publishing, analyze up to 100 competitors, access Twitter X add-on, LinkedIn connection, PDF and PowerPoint reports, multiple link in bio, analytics with unlimited history, Google Drive and Canva integration. Oh, I see. So it says up to 5 brands for $25 a month, up to 10 brands for $45 a month down here at the bottom. So, and I think they might still have just a regular free plan. I believe that's what I'm still on. I think. I don't think I've paid them. Maybe I do. Maybe I pay them once a year. Things that I pay once a year are harder to remember. Anyway, it's really cool. So I'm going to show you what it looks like, and you're going to see what I mean. I'm just going to go to my summary page. Let's share that tab. Now, when you open it up, you can see it's visually pleasing right away. I love that they have the different colored boxes. It makes it easy every time you come here to kind of see what's going on across all of the different platforms at a glance. That's really, really nice. It shows you your total followers across all platforms. This number isn't right. Oh, because it doesn't have my Pinterest in there for some reason. Maybe my Pinterest got disconnected. But I have a... Okay, we'll figure that out later. Anyway, I have my Pinterest too. So that's another 8,000 people. I was like, Pinterest alone is 8,000. So anyway, I love that you can see all of this stuff at a glance. You can check out numbers. I love that it gives you everything visual. You can just hover over these and it's showing you the numbers as you go day by day over the last week or month. Actually, this is the whole month. So it shows you had 3342 on Facebook at the start of the month, and at the end of the month, 3342. Let's see, TikTok started at 3380 and went to 3384. YouTube went from 239 to 248. And so you can kind of see those things, and that's for February to all of February. You can adjust the date here. Right now it's on February, but we could say the last 30 days. We could say the last 12 months, 6 months, 3 months. I like doing that just to see, you know, a little bit bigger picture. It's kind of nice to see, okay, how much did my YouTube grow from, actually, let's say January 1 to now, just so that we can get from when I went live to now. That was 174 to now is 252. So that's really nice to see. It's really fun to adjust that real quick and see that. You can see how many posts you've created. I've created 1,096 posts over that time frame. I'm going to go back to like last 30 days just because that's a lot. So, so then you can see followers, impressions are how many people are seeing your content. The little number here, don't get distressed when you have down arrows or up arrows. That's okay. Sometimes you're going to have all ups and sometimes you're going to have all downs and sometimes you're going to have a mixture. But the good thing is just to see what's going on. Like maybe you tried something new in the last 30 days. And if the numbers are going down, you can say, oh, maybe that new thing isn't as good as the thing I did the previous month when the numbers were all up. You know, it helps give you an idea of what's working and what's not with your audience. So interactions are here. That's your actual like comments and likes and the number of posts posted. So the last 30 days, I've posted 84 posts. That's down on YouTube, up on TikTok, up on Facebook. So then you can come down here and see lists of posts from the different platforms and see which ones are performing the best. Now, this is really fun because you can kind of see at a glance which of your accounts is getting the most views. And right here, you can see one of my YouTube videos got 514 impressions on YouTube. And then on Facebook, 503 impressions. And then 267, 195, 158. So those numbers help you gauge where your biggest audience is. And you can see right away that Facebook and YouTube are my biggest pulls. Let's keep going. Okay, then TikTok is next. We're back to Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, TikTok. So TikTok's definitely in there. And then you can go through all of them like that for the last 30 days. So this gives you an idea. And keep in mind, I just started marketing this business heavily since January 1. So my numbers are going to look, somewhat small because it's a new business. And that's really good for you guys because you want to see what a new business looks like, not, sure, you could go look at Jenna Kuchar's numbers or Amy Porterfield or Gary Vee, but it's not really as helpful to see what numbers look like, 10 years in. It's much more helpful, I feel like, to see numbers that are just a few months in. So, now you can go over here. Oh, and then you can go to your ads account, see impressions, clicks, performance, etc. Now I've only been running meta ads, so that's what are here. Oh, and this is actually not pulling in my meta ads. These are pulling in customer meta ads. So that's client meta ads. So that's not really accurate in here. I'm actually going to have to fix that. I'm not sure why that is like that. Okay, so then when we go over here on the left, these are the accounts that are connected. And you can choose more connections, and these are all the other connections you could do. You could connect a blog, you could connect Instagram if you have a professional account. I have a creator account, so I don't have my Instagram connected. If you have a Twitter or X account, Blue Sky, TikTok business, I have a TikTok personal. Google business profile, that's if you have a physical business. Twitch, Google ads, and TikTok ads. And then Looker Studio. That is your GA, I think that's your GA4 dashboard, but I'm not 100% on that. Okay, so then over here, if you click on web, then you get your website and you get your website analytics. And your website might have some analytics. Wix has really great analytics. So I don't come here for my website that often because they have such good analytics, but it is nice to come here and just see what's going on with everything all at once and decide where my focus wants to be. So my focus is always heavily primarily focused on my website because the more traffic my website gets, the more opportunities I have to get new audience, people in my audience on my email list and buying classes ultimately. So that is going to be my best, most important spot, in my opinion. I think it's your best, most important spot as well once you have one. If you don't have one yet, that's okay. You can rely on your other socials for that. Live selling and social media selling are definitely valid ways to sell products before you have a website or instead of having a website. So you can see the views for the last 30 days, visits. Page views means that's how many pages were viewed. Visits are how many visitors I had. So I had 2,882 visitors for the last 30 days, but 3,093 pages were viewed. That means that many of the visitors viewed more than one page. And then this gives you, this is the visits. This is the page views. This is the visitors. Visitors is how many unique individuals visited. But because this is 2,882 and this is 2,614, that means 2,882 visits. Some of these people visited more than once, and some of the visitors visited more than one page at a time. Some of the visits included more than one page at a time. So that's really cool. You can see daily page views here, daily visits, daily visitors. They just average it out. You can see there's a spike here on February 28th and March 1st. That's really interesting and kind of exciting. I'll have to see what content might have driven those numbers on those 2 days because that's pretty cool. That's a lot of Let's see, February 28th is that a Friday? Was that a Friday? It's a Saturday, and then March 1st was a Sunday. So that's really interesting. That could have been my newsletter drawing those views. I'm not sure. That's a pretty big jump there. You can see all the other numbers. There's a little jump here, but these jumps are big. So I'll want to look into that and see why those jumps were made and how I can do that again and get get more big spikes like that. This says basically 1.18 pages viewed per visitor, and that's just averaged out. So it's not like people looked at 1.18 pages. That means some people looked at 2 and some people looked at 1, and some people might have looked at 3, and then another person might have just clicked in and clicked out, so it's averaging all of that together. Down here you can see your visitors by location, and this is really, really golden valuable. When you start to do ads on social media or Google ads or wherever you're going to do ads, the knowing where your audience is, where the bulk of your audience is engaging with you and coming from, is really, really helpful to build an audience to market to. I know we have our ideal audiences where we hope people are coming from, but if you're already attracting some certain audiences, that's kind of a good audience to go after and see if you can engage with them more. I'm really shocked to see that China is second on my list with 14%. I wouldn't have guessed that because I would have only guessed English-speaking countries because all of my content is in English. So that's pretty amazing. The biggest bulk is the United States, and then we jump all the way down to 2.6% with Ireland. Then we have Sweden, Russia, Canada, Portugal. I would not have guessed those if you had me guess. UK, I would have thought would be bigger. Australia, too. India, Netherlands, Albany, Germany, Italy, Turkey, Denmark, Bangladesh, France. And now these littler ones, I'm not sure I would market to these smallest ones, but I would definitely consider these top areas when building a new audience to market to. And then you can see here how many page views each page got. Oh, this is connected to my yellow boutique. That's why it's so different. Oh, that's really interesting. I wonder what this was. Oh, now that intrigues me even more. So I can see which product is the most popular and that people are looking at. The bunny stack art print is really popular, and that makes sense because Easter is coming. Bushel of apples gift wrap. That one really surprises me. That one's got a big number. This is going to be just the home page. Usually if it just has a slash, that's usually the home page. Then my circus animal stack, the illustration homepage, and then it shows you where your traffic's coming from. And then you could go through all of these too, like the blog, leggings, duvet cover. This is really good to see what products are being looked at and what products to promote and maybe make new ads for, etc. So it's kind of good actually that this ended up being connected to my yellow boutique because you can see products versus seeing the yellow studio. So, and keep in mind, this is without any advertising dollars, without any effort put in. This is a website that's been running since the end of 2017. Like I'd say September 2017, I think. It's about then. And it's running off of Pinterest organic marketing that I've done over the years. And this is still traffic coming to my site from that Pinterest organic marketing. So keep that in mind when you're marketing. Pinterest is queen. Jill says, probably subtitled so they can understand your content wherever they are. That is so true. That's totally a very good point, Jill, about China being second on my list. That just surprised me so much. I couldn't believe it. You're right. They could be watching my YouTube but this is website traffic. So I found that really interesting. Because the whole website is in English. Yes, I do have different analytics for my different businesses. And I actually was converting this one over to I must have the paid of this. I apologize. Earlier I said I wasn't sure if I had the paid, but I must have the paid because with the free plan, they only let you have one account, and I have two. I have a client one and my own. And so this one originally I had connected all to the Yellow Boutique. And I've been converting it over to be the Yellow Studio. But then I also will set up a separate Yellow Boutique. So then I'll have both to look at a glance. Just haven't finished transferring everything over because honestly, Wix has such great analytics. I've been going off of that for the Yellow Studio. And I look at my meta analytics for the ads that I'm running because those are the two places I'm like focused on right now. But once I'm more focused on all of the social and everything else for Yellow Studio, it will make more sense to come here and see it all together and see what's working against above what, everything else. So here is really cool. This is again still for the website. This shows you where your traffic's coming from. So direct means that they had a direct link to your site somehow. So Pinterest, if you linked the product from a Pinterest pin, if you posted on Facebook, or any other social media, if you send it out in an email, however you get the link out there, that's clicking on your link that you put out there and coming to your site. So 95.8% of my traffic is coming from links that I put out into the world over the years and are still coming back to me. Yes, Jill, Pinterest is queen. I love that crown. And then Google traffic is here, 56 people visited because of a Google search. And that's pretty good considering I'm not doing any SEO on the site right now. I'm not doing any, I haven't really added a bunch of new products recently. Those are the things that keep your Google search high for getting website visitors. And then the yellowdesk.com is just another, so direct means they went directly to the page that you posted. Yellowdesk.com means they went there based on that link. Bellydancegear.com is my other very old link from my original belly dance business. And so I'm still getting, guys, this is phenomenal. I mean, to think that I got 8 people visiting over the last 30 days when I haven't made any belly dance products in crickets. I can't even remember how many years, at least 10 years. Haven't promoted that part of the site in that long, and I'm still getting traffic to those few products that are still up there. And then this is the traffic coming from Pinterest.com. And that means that they searched on Pinterest, found my product, and then clicked through. So that's really interesting. Oh, yes. Jill says you can also transfer websites into different languages, plus your images are universally cute. Aw, thanks. Yeah, you can. I don't think I have either of my sites set up to do that, but I have always wanted to go in and set that up because it is a really cool thing that you can add. Um, and then she said, "So much to keep track of, even using this." Yes, and you don't have to, I wouldn't say I come in here every day or anything. I would say probably about every 30 days, every 60 to 90 days. Anytime you're like changing up your marketing or changing up how you do things, it's really nice to just come in here and see what's happening, especially for your website and seeing which products are being viewed the most. That's really important to help you decide what product ad you might place next time. So, like looking at this, the bunny stack art print, I probably would run an ad on my Pinterest based on seeing that 97 people looked at that recently. So, that's a really good stat to know. Um, but like I said, you won't need to look at this every day or constantly. It's just good to pop in here when you're working on your marketing for the upcoming season or however far out you plan your marketing. So next we can go to Facebook. This is going to take us to my Facebook page, and that did used to be the Yellow Boutique. Now I changed the name and it's focusing on the Yellow Studio. It gives you the followers, views, page visits, total content. So I've posted 50 pieces of content over 30 days. Um, Daily page views, daily posts, posts per week. These numbers I don't worry about too much. You're always going to acquire some, lose some as far as followers. Views are good to see. You can look here at spikes, but I'll show you where it's even better to look because you can look here, but then you'd have to go look and see what content that was. But if we scroll down a little, we're going to see the actual content. Then we can see our demographics. And this is another good thing. So if I'm running Facebook ads, I will want to go off of this demographic of where my most followers are from. So you can see here, Los Angeles is number one. Then Cairo, Egypt, which I'm surprised by, Mexico City, Buenos Aires, Lancaster, California, Albuquerque, New Mexico, San Diego, California. And so you could get really granular with your marketing and market to these individual cities, maybe pick the top 10 or 15 and market to those cities to, or even 20. Or you could pick the states that each of these are from. So California and then Cairo, uh, Mexico City, Buenos Aires, that still goes in California, New Mexico, Brazil, Oregon. And so you could do it that way as well. Or you could go here by the visual graph and use these countries to market to if you want to have a broader reach. Both are valuable. I feel like reaching out to a broad audience is really smart for seeing who connects with you, and then niching down your audience as you figure out who your best followers are, who was most interested in that broad ad. So you could do like a broad ad or a set of ads, and then see who your top engagements are from those, and then niche down and market to those really heavily. Or you could start out with your more specific here in the followers by city. It gives you clicks on page, which is really interesting. I wouldn't have guessed that I had 232 page visits over the last 30 days. It's interesting to know people are still visiting the actual Facebook page, not just seeing what's in the feed. That I find very interesting. Um, No clicks though. So nobody clicked off of the page to my site from the page. That doesn't mean they didn't click from my ads or from my posts, but from the actual page visits, they didn't. And then now it breaks down the post information. And as you can see, there's 34 posts, but up here it said there's 50 total content. That means the rest are, reels and stories. So when you hover over it, breaks it down for you. And so we see all of that. And then this is my favorite part. This is where I come the most often. I will come to an account. I will click in here, and then I will click this views and see which has the highest views. And then you can scroll over and see if they have a lot of engagement. Now, social media is, I don't want to say engagement is dead because it's not. It's still there, some, but it's far less. It's far less active as it used to be. But the cool thing is almost every one of these posts links off to my site. And now a lot of people will say, don't put links in your posts because you won't get the engagement. And that is true. But what you will get is people clicking through to your site, which is all I want anyone to do in the first place. So there's a toss up. You can market for getting engagement, or you could market for getting people to your site, which is what I'm primarily focusing on right now. When you market though for engagement, you will get more views. You will get more of an audience seeing, because the more engagement, the more it spreads and the more people will see it. So there's like a toss up. You kind of want to do a mix of both. Right now, I'm just kind of focused on the traffic to the site to get it known, get people there, and get people signed up on my email. You can turn off all of these, so you can click columns and choose what information you want. So I like the type to be on, the date. I don't need the reach. The views is fine. Reactions are great. Comments are great. Shares, clicks, link clicks, video views, video time watched, engagement spent. So I just took one out of there. What's interesting though is I know some of these are videos and it's not showing the video time watched. So it's not always perfect. That's interesting. It's also not showing any clicks or link clicks, which I know not all have, but I know the top ones do have more link clicks. So you can also download a CSV. I wonder if Facebook isn't talking. It's really actually surprises me. I wonder if Facebook isn't talking to Metricool as well as it used to, or if I have something maybe not set up properly here, because it doesn't have any of the information over here. It's just showing zeros, which I know it's not. What's really cool, another cool thing that they have is it shows you the type. So this was an image. This one was an album. So that means there were multiple images. Image. Oh, this isn't showing my reels. That's why. Okay. The reels are down below. Okay. So then if you click the 3 dots here, you can copy the post to your clipboard. You could reuse the content, or you could watch the original. And I love this because it's really hard to see. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. It's really hard to see, sometimes what this picture is, what post that was. Like this one's really easy, but I might not know what this one is or this one is. And so you can just click the little 3 dots and say, watch the original, and it will open up in a new tab and show you the original post. So this was an image of the post, and you get that. And then it has a link off the site. So, oh, I lost the share. So that's really nice if you're wanting to see what post that was that did really good. I'm not really active on Threads, but this is what it shows you here. As you can see, I haven't really posted lately. I gained a follower. I have mostly female followers, which is not surprising. These are my followers by country, which are very similar to Facebook. And I don't have any post information because I haven't been posting there anymore. We'll see LinkedIn. Again, they're all very similar. So that's what's nice too, is everything's visually similar. So as you're looking through each account, you can go, okay, yeah, followers, content, what's happening as you go through. And you can be really analytical, and you can dive in deep. You could show this to your AI. That's a really great thing to do. Download it, show it to your AI, take a screenshot, show it to your AI, and say, how can I improve these numbers? Or what trend do you see in this content that could be replicated? What posts, if I made this post, what's another post that I could make that's like it, that did so well? That kind of thing. So on LinkedIn, I can see I had a spike in followers here on March 6th. These are my impressions over the last month, reactions, comments, shares. And there was a spike on February 20 with impressions. And due to LinkedIn limitations, you'll only see metrics for posts scheduled through Metricool. So it can't show me the post information unless I schedule it through Metricool. But that is actually nice to know that I could schedule my LinkedIn through Metricool. I've been doing it through Publer, but yeah, I'll probably still stick with it on Publer. But that is nice to know that I could get that data by scheduling it through here. And scheduling on LinkedIn on their native platform is not pleasant. It's pretty painful. You have to go to the homepage, write your post, hit schedule, pick your day and time, and then it disappears. And the only way you can see it again is if you go to the homepage, pretend you're going to make a post, hit the little clock to see the schedule, then say, see all scheduled posts, and then that will come up and they'll see the scheduled posts in a list. It's not very user-friendly for scheduling. So using something like Publer or Metricool or any other scheduler is going to really save you a lot of time. But for me, for the Yellow Muse, I have to schedule those on LinkedIn because you can't tag people through a scheduler. You have to go to the native platform to tag. Well, it's on LinkedIn anyway. Instagram, you could tag people through the scheduler. But I don't think Facebook either. I think Facebook and LinkedIn, you have to be there to type the @ name and then select it, and type the @ name and select it. So that is that. But this is nice to see, how many impressions, how many shares, all of that. And then we'll go to Pinterest. Yeah, it has I don't know why my business page is not connected here right now. And then TikTok shows I had 10 posts. I'm up 3 followers. I haven't been posting as much on TikTok. All of my social is when I decided to do YouTube lives every day, something had to give. And so I decided to do less social, more YouTube lives. And you got to pick and choose what you can do as a solopreneur. And that was my way of evening things out. But I still love TikTok. It's fun. I do post on there on occasion. Looks like every 3 days, approximately. So actually, you can see probably when I posted. I bet each one of these is when I posted. So yeah. And then it'll show you which got the biggest views. And if you want to grow your TikTok, when I was in growth mode, I was doing 3 to 5 posts a day. And then I was really ramping up the views and getting higher watch times and all of that. And then we'll go to YouTube. Okay. The last couple of days aren't always available. So 24 videos, 252 subscribers, 14 gained, 1 lost. That's always going to happen. Don't get sad. We can see here on February 20th, I got 6 new followers. So that's interesting. I can go on my content here and see what February 20th had. That was the day I did the camera angles with Imagine Art. I got 6 new followers that day. So that's interesting to know. You can see your audience. I'm surprised I have this much male audience. I thought I would have majority female. I mean, it's still majority female, but I thought it'd be like 80 or 90%. My age range, I'm actually surprised by 2, that 25 to 34 is my biggest age range. And the next is 35 to 44. And then these 2 are the same, 18 to 24 and 45 to 54. And then this is the next closest, 65 and over. And then I have a few 13 to 17-year-olds. Fantastic. Again, your audience here. I got 1 dislike. Oh no. Like I said, try not to ever stress about your numbers. Look at them like a mathematician. Just look at them, count them, think about how you can make them better by using similar content that did well. So then we go down here, and I would go here and see which videos got the biggest views and go through there. Looks like shorts get the biggest views, which is pretty cool. And that is why I throw in some shorts so that I can bring my views up. And so once we get into the lives, the biggest view was product ads with Affinity, Canva's Affinity app. And then the Yellow Muse season 1 party. That was a real short. POD questions, Q&A, relight your art with Imagine Art. And so you can kind of see. And so I could give these to Claude or Kate, which I'd probably use Claude these days, but give these to Claude and say, what pattern do you see in these most watched videos over the last 30 days that you think I can replicate in a future video? And then it tells you, breaks down some other things here like likes and watch time and all of that. This isn't showing live watch time, I don't think, because I know the people that are joining live are watching to the end, it seems like. So it must not show the live, just the recording. So then it shows you that, and then you have list of videos again, and then your competitors on YouTube. So this is one of the really other fun things. Oh, I don't have any competitors on here yet, but I'll show you on the Facebook one. I was going to show you that, and I guess I didn't get to the very bottom. You can add some competitors. And so what I did is I went ahead and added in some competitors. I don't really have a direct competitor because there isn't anyone out there teaching artists to use AI yet. And there are people out there teaching artists to use print on demand, but it's usually more like digital products. It's usually much more niche than just like general, like all the print on demand. So Bonnie Christine is the only one that's close to me, so I put her in here. But then I put Jenna Kuchar in here because she teaches people to sell their online products. It's different than doing print on demand, but I just wanted to have like a bigger account in there to look at what the numbers are like and what I can um, see if there's anything I can replicate in there, if that makes sense. And then Domestika is like a huge online learning class thing with 4 million followers. But it's nice to see like how many posts are they creating? What's their engagement like? Is their engagement high or low, or is it, what's it doing? And then Make Art That Sells is one of my favorite teachers, so I put her on here too, so I can see what she has. Now with Facebook and with YouTube, well, YouTube, they'll have to have a channel, obviously, but I think to have a YouTube account, you have to have a channel. I think. No, maybe not. Maybe you could just have a YouTube viewer account. So they do have to have a page to be able to follow them on Facebook. You can't follow their personal profile. And it's not really very creepy because you're not really seeing like anything you can't see on their page. As far as you could go in and count how many posts they made for the month, or count up reactions and comments and all of that kind of stuff. And this is actually not 38 reactions or 38,000 reactions. This is an average number per post reaction. So they get about 38 reactions per post. Now you see Jenna down here, she only has 35 posts for the last 30 days, and she's getting an average of 91 reactions per post. So that's interesting data right there to see. That tells me that posting less frequently, once a day, is working better for her than posting this like 3 times a day here on Domestika. So that's an interesting stat. Bonnie Christine's posting like every other day, and she's still getting 37 engagements or reactions, not engagements, like, thumbs up, heart, all of those. She's getting around 37, and that's still really good for only posting every other day. I think that's really valuable. And then Make Art That Sells has a smaller audience, and they're posting just about every day and having about 5 reactions per post. So that's really telling here. So when I'm looking at these, I want to, if I'm going to look at anyone's content, go to their account and look at their content and see what I can use for ideas. From these numbers, I would go to Jenna's page and see what she's got, just to see what is she posting that's getting so much engagement, what would make sense for my business to post that's similar. And then I would also look at Bonnie Christine's, because both of these have nice engagement for the number of posts. Now this one does too, but they're posting a really lot and not getting as good of engagement as they are down here. Like Bonnie Christine's posting every other day, but getting almost the same reactions as these people posting 3 times a day. So that's interesting. Then you look over here under comments and you see they're outperforming Domestika also, because Jenna's has an average of 58 comments per post, and Bonnie's has 13 on average per post. That's pretty good, especially considering the numbers and the number of times posting. So that's really valuable information. And then you can do that on YouTube. You could put whoever you wanted in here. I'll probably add some so that I can watch them later. And then you can have your meta ads. And like I said, this is not actually connected to my my Yellow Studio right now. It's connected to my client. I don't know why. I'll have to fix that. So that's pretty much what Metricool looks like. I love that it's so visual and it's so pretty. I love that you can download your report. Like I can go here and I can say, where do I go to download? I forgot. Oh no, that just takes me to the different sections. Where is the export? Sorry, I used to, maybe the summary? No, that's the main page. Haven't exported in so long, I don't remember where it is. And I thought it was right here at the top. No, that just takes me to the page. I do like that about these analytics. A lot of analytics that you're going to look at from other places on your own website, etc., or on your social, you can't click on the post and go straight to it, like how I can go here and go watch the original, then come and see the post right away and see what's going on. I could even click on that and go leave another comment, or to try to bump it back into the feed, etc. That's a pretty cool feature that makes it much easier to kind of keep track of all your information. And I don't know why I don't see the download. No. No. Huh. Well, it used to be right at the top and it was really easy to do. Hi, Beth. Welcome, welcome. Your art was cool earlier today. I wish we had gotten to see all of it. I was really intrigued by it. It was very beautiful, the murals. Okay, so if I figure it out, I'll let you know how to download. You can export somehow, but typically when I want to use it, I've just screenshotted it and then given it to Claude to help me build audiences or help me replicate content and that kind of thing. The competitor tracking is really cool. Being able to click through to your posts to see which post that was and to work with it again is really nice. I love the visualness and that it's pretty. It's something nice to look at. And numbers are already kind of a boring want subject. And so it's nice to have this pretty visual layout to be like, oh, this is nice. I find it makes me feel much more excited and cheery to go look at my numbers than if I had to look at them, on just a plain old grid or spreadsheet, which is what most analytics look like on most platforms. Was there anything else I wanted to? Oh yeah, the plain language. So like if you hover over any of these items, it shows you in plain language what that means. So it means your followers, and then it says 0%. That means how many I grew in the last month. Views, and then it shows you like this average daily new followers, daily page views, daily posts. I love that it gives you these very simple, clear, easy to understand language throughout the analytics. That's another thing with a lot of analytics. It will give you abbreviated things or high level talk where you're like, what does this even mean? You have to look it up every time. What does that mean? And so it's nice that you can just see what it really means right in front of you. And that you can jump to the different things by clicking on these if there's something you want to just look at only at that point. And I'm looking at my list real quick. Do you guys have any questions other than how to export? Because I can't seem to figure out where that is right now. I was seeing if, let's see if I can ask Claude how do you download Metricool Analytics? Oh, oops. Sorry, Claude. How do you download Metricool Analytics? Oh, yay. Beth says she can try again to show us the murals on Friday. That would be awesome. Jill says, make sure you hit the like button, especially since it will show up in the analytics. I love that. Okay. Log into your Metricool, navigate to analytics, set your date range, look for the download export icon. Yeah, I just don't see that here. So set your date range, which we did. And then it's saying there's like a little download button icon right here, which I'm just not seeing. Oh, maybe we have to go to reports. That could be. So maybe I say, 16 to 16. And then I go, I don't have any templates. I see. And then I turn on Facebook and I could say what to sort by, how many rows, and then I could generate a PDF or a PowerPoint. Let's generate a PowerPoint just so we can see what it looks like. See if it's presentable to a board or something. Okay, so it's going to be in progress for a minute. Yes, you do hear George. He's outside. He was enjoying this late afternoon sun, but now he's being fussy. Okay, I'm going to copy URL so we can see if we can look at it. Oh, no, it's just going to download. Okay. So let me go get the download and open it. Oh, can't be imported. Okay, I'll do a PDF. Doesn't want to open. Oh, I know what I could do. I think I could upload it to my Google Drive. Because I don't have PowerPoint because I am on a Mac. Let's see here. Let's just upload it. New folder. Okay. I'm going to upload that. And then hopefully I can open this and show you. Hang on. George is losing his little mind. Okay. Oh, it's really pretty. Oh, good. I can show you. Okay. So I'll switch to the analytics, and it is really nice. This is something you could totally share with an audience, a board, a customer, a client that you're doing social for, or whatever. You could keep it for yourself just so you have something pretty to look at for your analytics. This is Facebook. It gives the dates that I chose. It made all these cute little graphics on here. And then we can go and see all of the numbers. We can see top countries and cities, content views on the page, clicks on the page, posts, interactions, the post. Does this actually work? Oh, that's brilliant. So you can't really see the post, but you could go look at the post and see which post that was by clicking on the link that says go. So that's pretty cool. That's right here in the document. So that's fantastic. And you could present this by doing slideshow here. So if you were trying to present it to someone, you would use the slideshow here instead. And then it shows the reels, interactions. Oops, I jumped. The ranking of all the reels. And then the competitors down at the bottom. So that's really cool that you can see all of this and save it. And then you could save them month to month and then compare them side by side. You could use them to, maybe you're trying to get investors. You could use these numbers to help get investors, all of that sort of thing. So what are your questions about analytics? Do you have any questions about analytics? Are you at the point where you're doing analytics yet? Do you want, and I can't believe how easy this was. I just clicked reports and then got the report. So I knew it was simple, but there's also this hashtag tracker, but hashtags are kind of on their way out. So I wasn't really going to go into that. Most of the platforms are doing away with them. Some of them are even only letting you, like TikTok is only allowing you to use 3 now at the most. And they're trying to kind of phase them out on most platforms. So you can put in your brand settings, which is, what your connections are. You can put in your brand information and some images. You can do, what? Oh no. Oh no. I got logged out. Metricool. Okay. I don't know why it logged me out. But you can add in, I don't know what this AI configuration is. I haven't done it yet. Define the writing style for your messages. AI will use it to guide you when creating your posts. So it can help you write your posts with the planner. This is their scheduler. You can go in here and schedule posts by clicking on the time. Put your information in and your copy. I still like Publer better. I feel like Publer is simpler, easier to use, faster. Especially because, can I choose all? Oh yeah, I can. Okay, so you can choose all the platforms you want to post on. Although this is immediately giving 9 errors, so not sure that's true. Oh, yeah, I do want to get out of there. What this is showing you, though, this the darker blue to lighter blue zones. I think these are your more your audience is on more during the darker blue than the lighter blue. So that's helpful to know. You can also view it by month, I believe. Oh no, I guess it just shows by week. Okay. You can create oh yeah, it's giving best times for Facebook. But then I can go to best times for LinkedIn and see what times those are and see where the blue gets darker. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at 11 a.m. is good on LinkedIn for my particular audience that's connected to this account. TikTok is showing the darker ones at 10, noon, and 6. And YouTube is showing the darkest colors at 4 and 10 a.m. And then 5, 6 starts to wean off 7, 8, 9, 10. It's still somewhat darker in here, but like over here on Friday, Saturday nights aren't good times to be on there after 8 p.m. Jill says, Beth says, if no hashtags, how to be found? Well, so that's the thing. So the platforms are veering away from hashtags because the AI is getting better. And as the AI gets better on their platforms, you no longer need hashtags to have your information be searched. But that means your caption now is vital. And that has been that way for a long time now. The caption has already been being considered for at least a year, maybe 2 years now. And so what you want to do is make sure that your captions are really smart and talking about what you're actually wanting to talk about in there. Gone are the days of saying, yo, in your caption, or, something silly like have sandals will travel. If you write that, they think it's about sandals. Now, if it is, great. But if your post is about riding in a boat, then you're missing all of the audience that might have cared that you were riding in a boat. You know what I'm saying? Like, so now you want your caption to make sense with your content. Caption meaning the title, no, caption like your actual copy in your social media post. So like on Facebook, it's your copy that you write with your posts. So you put an image, and then whatever information you have written with the image is your caption, your copy. Instagram the same, LinkedIn the same. YouTube would be your description. Also, your title is going to be important for finding. But the description will help as well, since you have so much room in the description to put in what it's about. TikTok is going to be your little short caption with your video. So you want to really talk about what it is. So you could still say your cute thing like have sandals will travel, but then maybe put an emoji of sandals and then actually say what it is. Me and the hubby on a boat ride on a Sunday afternoon. Like actually write what it is. So it's taking that natural language and it's turning it into keywords on the computer side of things. And then that is how posts are going to be found. So the other thing that the AI can do now beyond just reading your caption is it doesn't have any eyes, but it can see what's in the image. You know how you can say, what's in this image, and have it describe it to you? It can do that as well. So it can see what's in your image. It can see what's in your video, hear what music is there. It doesn't hear or see, but you know what I'm saying. It can extract the data to know what is in your content as well, to get that information for what is being shown and who to show it to. So yes, hashtags are on their way out. Wah, wah. We've spent so many years learning hashtags and figuring them out, and they are going to the wayside. Meta already made an announcement that they're on the trajectory of getting rid of them entirely. They never really did work on Facebook. They stopped working on Instagram very well about a year ago. And like I said, TikTok just limited theirs to 3 at the most. I think what happened with hashtags is that it was kind of an abuse situation there. You know how like there's bad apples in the bunch, right? Everyone's doing a good job with their hashtags, using hashtags that make sense. They said sandals, boat life, lake life, whatever they said. But this other bad apple said things like AI controversy hashtag or hashtag whatever, like to try to get more hashtag who's really popular right now. Oh my gosh, Taylor Swift. Like hashtag Taylor Swift in their post, but there's nothing about Taylor Swift in there. And so what happened is that those hashtags were pulling the algorithm to your post. And then it realized once the AI could tell that there was nothing about Taylor Swift in your post, it could tell that your hashtag wasn't relevant. And then it punished your content for using that hashtag because it didn't make sense. And so now that's I think that's why they're getting rid of them, because the AI is just getting smarter and smarter. It doesn't need the hashtags to know what you got. It doesn't have eyes yet, Beth says. Yes. It never really technically will. I mean, even if it has like a face, it still won't really have eyes the way that we have eyes. It would have little video cameras or ears yet. Yeah. It would have speakers to hear with and video cameras for eyes. So, yeah. Oh, Jill said that, not Beth. The eyes. So, yeah, that is analytics in a nutshell on Metricool. It makes it just a little more fun and pretty to use than using it in other places. I just like that visual aspect that it has better than looking at a spreadsheet and trying to figure it all out and what it all means. I love that they break it down and tell you, this is what this means. This is what this is. This is what this is. I really like that. So anyway, I hope you guys had a fun nerding out with me on analytics. These are really good things to know as you grow your businesses and see what, like how at the beginning we were seeing what products are being looked at on my boutique site. That's really, really helpful to know for what you're going to market, what you're going to promote, what you're going to spend money on ads on. So, oh, thanks, Beth. She said very helpful. So, yeah. And tomorrow night we are going to, I think we're doing Claude. Let me make sure. Let's see. Oh, wrong one. Tomorrow night. Oh no, tomorrow night we're going to do oh yes, we are. Tomorrow night we're going to do Claude. So tomorrow night I'm going to show you all the cool nifty things you can do in Claude. You may know some, you may not know some. There are some that are brand new, so it's going to be really fun. And Claude is my French female marketing and strategist. Kate used to be my strategist and then now I'm doing some more strategy with Claude, kind of doing a mix. I don't want to put as much into Kate anymore now that it's being shared with other entities. It makes me less excited about sharing content there as I do with Claude. So anyway, we're going to play with Claude, show you all the cool things that it can do, and I think it's going to be really fun. So I hope to see you tomorrow night. I hope you have a lovely evening. Thank you all for joining me. Mwah! Good night.